Hey, so it's a lot of controversy going on. I want to talk about this quickly. Okay, look, now it's about the Oscars. Okay, so now we know that it's going to be an all white Oscar, except, of course, Chris Rock is the host, and I'm sure he's going to be very funny. And then, the president of the Oscars is a black woman. Okay, but no pictures have been nominated that were black, except for two writers from Straight Outta Compton, and they're white. Okay, so look, so now it's a big feud because Jada Pinkett, she said that everybody should boycott the Oscars. Also, Spike Lee got in on the deal, and he said the same thing too. Now, Aunt Viv, who used to play on Fresh Prince, because that's the only name we know her by, she's the dark one. Remember, she's the first one. There was a dark one, and then they did a light one. Like, all of a sudden, on Fresh Prince, when they fired Aunt Viv, the first one, the dark one, then they got a light one. It was so confusing to me. I mean, they could at least got somebody who looked halfway like her. But anyway, so now, Aunt Viv, she's come out, and she said that she feels like Jada Pinkett is just trying to take up for her husband because he ain't won no awards. And then she started saying, she was like, because, Will, you done had some flops, which is true. Although Focus was good. And I didn't see a Concussion yet, but I heard that that's really good too. And he was good in Muhammad Ali. He was good in a whole lot of movies, but he has really kind of had some, kind of like movies that didn't really make it, but Big Will is still Big Will, okay, ain't Viv. Okay, so anyway, she called it out and said she feels like, well, in 1993, when they were on Fresh Prince, she asked Will to let everybody come together and go to the producers and the directors and ask for more money. And Will was like, well, look, what I get is what I get, and what you get is what you get. I ain't down with that. So she was fired because she was asking for more money, and that's when the dark-skinned Viv, who's talking now, was replaced by light-skinned Aunt Viv. Okay, so now look, first off, I think Aunt Viv, this one, is jealous. She's bitter. You can hear how bitter she is. And I mean, since 1993, she's been holding on to the fact, yeah, Will didn't let me have, help, like support me when I wanted to raise and all that. So she's still bitter, and she ain't been in nothing else. So obviously she was hard to get along with and didn't get no work, because in that business, you got to get along with people because word passes on. And if you don't get along with people, you ain't going to get hired. And you see what happened to her. See, now with Friends, remember the series Friends, all of them got together. They knew the power of all of them because that program was based on all of them. And them being replaced was like impossible because this was about friends. Those friends. They stuck together and they wanted $1 million apiece, and they all got $1 million apiece. They still get plenty of checks every single week because that program plays over and over and over and over and over. Viv might still get a few little checks, I don't know, because they usually show the light-skinned Viv on the reruns. But anyway, so she's mad. She's telling them, instead of like talking about the Oscars, she made it personal. She was like, yeah, because, Will, he done had some flops, and remember when you didn't do this for me, blah, blah. So to me, that sounds bitter. Okay, Snoop Dogg, he was really funny. He has a video where, and I put it on my IG and my Twitter, where he said, fuck the Oscars. I ain't watching the Oscars with all the lily white Oscars, and I know y'all ain't got no black people in it. And I agree with that. But then, now again, on the other hand, I watched Reverend Run and Tyrese. They were on The View today talking about their new television program that's coming out, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, which is really going to be good. They said, like Reverend Run was saying, well, Chris Rock is a really good friend of his, like a family member. So what I believe is that really Chris Rock could probably make it really funny anyway. I mean, he's going to put some seriousness with it and then some funny with it. I believe that's how that'll go down. But now, in the meantime, the Arquette sister, it's Patricia Arquette, David Arquette's brother sister. She's a transgender. I can't remember her name. Anyway, she came out and she said some really she has no agenda. She ain't bitter at all, except she's bitter that Will ain't came out being gay. She said, look what she said. She was like, Will needs to